Hello, hello. It's Wednesday at 4. I'm on time. I'm on time for almost everything else. Sometimes not my Facebook Live so much, but we'll get there. All right. Adjusted. Okay. All right, you guys. What is up this Wednesday? Hmm? What's going on? All right, I'm just getting situated here, making sure everything is moving along smoothly. Um, Today I want to talk about, wait, I'm going to try something else too. I can't see, sometimes people are in here live and sometimes they're not. And I just want to see if I could see comments. Anyway, okay. So I'm actually doing a master class at 5:30 today through the Live Well community. It's another community that I'm a part of, and I'm hosting a class. And this is going to be kind of the same thing that I'm going to be talking about then. So I just kind of wanted to run it by you, share it with you. Guys, feeling up today. I'm having really good thoughts today, which are creating amazing feelings of elation and excitement and just fun. Right? I think it's a beautiful day. I have had back to back to back to back to back meetings and things. And I love Wednesdays energize me even though they're my longest day, because I choose to create my long day. I choose to think of it in ways that empower rather than, oh boy, it's Wednesday again. All the good things happen. Okay, so let's get started. I titled this Analysis Paralysis. Let's get unstuck. Okay. I used to suffer from this analysis paralysis, like it's a diagnosis, right? It's just a thought error. But let me ask you, where are you feeling stuck in your life, right? Where are you having trouble making decisions? Is it your business or career? Maybe it's a certain aspect of your career where you should live. Should you move? Should you stay? Should you stay or leave a relationship? Maybe you're stuck just sitting at your desk trying to make a decision what to do next in your day. So, first question is, what is it you're avoiding? Okay. What decisions have you been avoiding or not making? What are you telling yourself when you're stuck? Right? Analysis paralysis. We analyze all the options. Usually, what we're thinking is some form of, I don't know what to do. What if I do something wrong? What if I make the wrong decision? It's just hard to make a decision. Here's the thing, feeling stuck is just that, a feeling. Okay. And our feelings are always only ever created by our thoughts. We think our feelings just happen. They don't. They're created by our thinking. Okay. And so, my coaching rule with my clients is you're never allowed to tell me, I don't know. Okay. Confusion is the most useless emotion. It's called an indulgent emotion because we indulge in confusion, keeps us stuck in spinning, keeps us from taking action, right? We think confusion is just kind of a state of being. We're just confused. We're just stuck. Here's the thing, you believe that there's a right answer, that you can figure it out. And if you just do enough research, ask enough people, ask the right people, right? You'll find the right answer. You weigh the pros and cons if you journal, if you write it down. Um, you get somebody else's opinion, all the things. And we just walk around being confused. And if we just wait long enough, the answer, the certainty, the knowing that we're making the right decision will just arrive. That's completely normal, right? It's how our brains are wired to exist. It's our primal brain. You can call it your subconscious or your toddler brain or your inner critic, right? The part of our brain that just wants to keep us safe. And confusion is a very comfortable place for most of us. We don't want to take responsibility for making decisions, and we're often terrified how we think we'll feel if we make a decision and then later on decide it was the wrong decision. And we stay confused. So, as long as we stay confused, we're not making decisions. And then we don't have to face our fears. Here's what else we don't get to do: we don't get to make progress. We don't get to build what we desire in our lives. We don't get to grow and evolve and have new adventures and learn to manage our mind and our emotional life. We give circumstances the power to create our feelings, and it's never the case. You're believing that the wrong choice means unhappiness and regret. And therein again, we're believing that future circumstances are going to create our feelings. Thoughts create our feelings, not circumstances, not facts. So you're trying to predict what your future thoughts are going to be as if you have no choice or no power over what to think, how to control and manage your own mind, right? We're always trying to predict what decision is going to make us happy. The reality is, you always get to decide your own happiness. And you're just accepting, I don't know, or I'm confused as an answer from your brain. So believing that you have no control over your thoughts and the right answer will arrive keeps you stuck. So the truth is, the key is knowing you can manage your mind and emotions no matter what. And the irony is, you guys, we are worried about feeling terrible in the future. And yet, it feels terrible right now when we're spinning in confusion. So here's the thing: just make a decision. One decision. Do it. Make it. Right. So you're probably been listening to me and you're like, yeah, yeah, right. That's right. But as soon as I say make a decision, it's like, oh, wait, no, no, this is scary. I don't want to make a decision. So it's not, I mean, it's normal, right? Your brain would way rather go lay on the couch, take a nap, stay safe inside the cave than to go out there and make a decision, right? We were hardwired to be comfortable, to be safe, right? But we're not afraid of like mountain lions anymore. We don't walk out our front door and afraid that a bear is going to attack us, right? The fears we have now are just maybe making a decision, putting ourselves out there. And here's the funny thing: by not making a decision, you are making a decision. You're choosing same old, the decision. You're choosing the status quo. So, my advice to you, I'll just tell you, take I don't know out of your vocabulary. So, what happens is when I say to myself, I don't know, or I always tell my clients, they say, I don't know. I say, take a guess. What if you did know? Okay. You think I don't know is just a fact about yourself, right? You're feeling confused. But I don't know. You'll be like, I don't know, Melanie, but I just don't know, right? So I'll say, well, what if you did? You know something. What do you know? That's another great question to ask yourself. Okay, I don't know, but what do I know? Okay. And when you think that, right? You can come up with all kinds of solutions. Saying, I don't know, blocks all your wisdom. I don't know blocks all your creativity, all of your, figuring it out, figure out ability. Oh my gosh. Marie Forleo says everything is figure outable. Your, what did I just say? It was so good. Your figure out ability, figure outable, figure out ability. Okay. Anyway, I'm just I'm like having some fun today, you guys. Um, so here's the thing. You think that not being able to predict the future creates your confusion. You're like, but I need to pick the right path, right? But it's the words, the sentences, the thoughts in your brain that create the feeling of confusion. Always, right? Confusion exists in that tiny little space, that tiny little moment before you make a decision. Okay. You think a thought like, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know, Melanie. I have lots of thoughts, but I picture like a turtle on its back. I just don't I don't know. And then you create this feeling of confusion, and you can either stay there and just spin and spin and spin in this indulgent confusion, or you can decide to take an action, right? Any action, right? You cure confusion by changing the thoughts leading up to it, right? Literally, just thoughts in your mind. I make it sound easy. It can be work. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes you're like, oh, phew, I didn't realize I was thinking that. Makes so much sense. Now I'm aware. I get it now. And then other thoughts take a little more time, take a little more effort, or a lot more effort and energy to change. But it's 100% possible, right? So let's go back to that. Start with like neutral thoughts. You're like, I don't know. Okay. You don't want to, a lot of times you're like, I can't go from I don't know to I know everything I need to do, but you don't. Okay. But go back to those neutral thoughts. Be like, okay, I don't know. And I'm figuring it out. Right. I'll know as soon as I make one decision. And here's one that I really love. I can manage my mind no matter what I decide. Okay. Because, well, let's just say eliminating the source of confusion is always just a thought error. Nothing is a problem. It's all just a thought error. Right? We all have them. And it comes from like this distorted baseline thought, right? So there's a couple of things. First, you're believing that maybe you need to understand where somebody else is coming from or what somebody else's thought process is before you move on. So let's say in the instance of a relationship, right? You're like, well, I don't know if I want to stay with this person because I don't know what they want. I don't know what they're thinking or what's going on for them or why they do the things they do. I need to figure it out. Like, don't. You get to figure out what you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they want. You're spinning in this confusion of what are they thinking? It doesn't matter. Okay. And maybe that's at work as well. Maybe you're working on a project with some people. Maybe your boss is saying, "No, you can't do this project. I don't like your ideas." And you're like, "I don't understand why they're saying that. What's going on?" Right? You're spinning in all this confusion over what's going on with this other person rather than asking yourself some powerful questions like um what do I need to do? No matter what this person is saying or doing, what do I need to do to move this project along or to create the relationship I want? What do I want for me? Right. So the other thing is this is such a thought error, you guys. We've always thought this. We think it's possible to make a right or wrong decision. Right? There's no such thing. Because no matter what decision you make, you still get to decide whether it was a right or wrong decision. Because your brain is going to look at the result of your decision. And that just goes back up to your circumstance. Oh, this is the result of that decision I made. Now I get to decide what to think about it. You put that in the C line, the circumstance line of our model. This is my result. Boom. It's going to go back up to the circumstance line of my next model. I have to decide what I want to think of it. Like magic. Magic. You get to decide. You can tell yourself that was a wrong decision, or you could tell yourself, what is my next best decision? This, I've decided this isn't the direction I want to go in. Now I get to make another decision, right? Decide what's best for you, right? And when you tell yourself that you're going to be the victim of your own mismanaged brain in the future, of course you're going to stay stuck. Stay stuck. You're going to stay paralyzed. Analysis paralysis. You're going to stay in that space, right? And you know what's funny is it doesn't even matter. You know if you have this pattern in your thinking because if your brain gets as paralyzed by what you want to order for dinner as should I sell my house and move somewhere else, it's a pretty good sign that you're just having thought errors. You're having those patterns, right? Anytime that you're worried about how you're going to feel with a wrong decision, like you're going to feel regret or you're going to criticize yourself, it's a thought error. It's a sign of you're not managing your mind. You're not managing your very own emotional life, the power that you have over how you feel. Okay. So if you want to stop, if you want to get out of that paralysis, one, you make a decision, right? And two, and I think this is even more important because it helps us with number one. Oh, you make a commitment to yourself that you will not shame, you will not blame, you'll not criticize or beat yourself up in the future. If you can commit to always having your own back no matter what, this being stuck, this paralysis, is no longer a thing. Okay. A lot of times we think, oh, we're a perfectionist. Perfectionist is just self-criticism. You're just criticizing yourself. And so you don't want to make a wrong decision because you know that you'll criticize yourself. And I want to ask you this, if you're resisting against this a little bit, I want you to just stop and say, how could this be true for me? How might Melanie be right about that? Do I criticize? And sometimes it's not like a vicious beat down. Like some people, and sometimes we have vicious beat downs in our own heads, right? Sometimes this just comes out in subtle ways. I just remembered I used to do this thing, and I talked about it with a couple coach friends of mine a few months ago. I used to do this little thing in my brain where I'd be like, "Oh, that's so stupid. That's so stupid." Maybe with a laugh, like, "Oh, that's so stupid. Why are you being so stupid? Oh my God, that was so stupid. I can't believe I said that." Like so subtle, so just a little bit of self-deprecation, and it's just like chipping away. Like if you were sitting in front of me, right? If my friend, my best friend, my child, you, if we were here and you said something, the thing, scenario is, I say something, I say, I'm so stupid. If you said the same thing, I would never be like, "Oh, that's so stupid. Why would you say that?" Sometimes it's kind of snarky. We got a little snarky voice in us, right? And we don't always just recognize the self criticism. We think we're just like, we're just reading the news. Like, yeah, I was stupid. No, no, stop doing that. Stop it. Stop doing that to yourself. Okay. That is what I want to share with you today. Analysis paralysis. You can get out from being stuck and being spinning in confusion by just making a decision. Maybe it's just a small decision. Maybe it's just an ever so small decision to get yourself into action and get some momentum going in your day. Okay. And and then the bigger work might be to really start working on what my coach friend calls our inner critic. I have another one calls it our inner jury. I have another coach, she calls it her Helga brain. She's back in the cave telling me, oh, she's so cute when she does it. She's like, ah, Helga's over there going, nah, you can't do that thing. That's so stupid. I love how she does it. Amy Latta, she's hilarious. But that's really good. Your toddler brain, like this is all primal brain. We can think of it however we want, or the subconscious brain. Maybe we don't even realize we were saying those things to ourselves, right? But when you can really start to examine that and say, oh, that's just a thought I'm thinking. You don't have to judge yourself for thinking it either. It's just a thought I'm thinking. I don't have to think it anymore. You can say, is it true? Like, you could do a Byron Katie turnaround on it, right? Like if I said to myself, "Oh, that was stupid that you did that," and I could think, wait a minute, is that true? It was stupid? And I'll probably say, yeah. And then I'll say, how could you possibly know that it was true? And I might still want to argue. And then I could ask myself, who would you be without that thought? Right? Helpful to think of it that way. Like it's just thoughts, and we don't need to judge our thoughts because we all have thoughts, right? And we don't need to judge our thoughts, good or bad, positive, negative. They're all just thoughts that create feelings, feelings of being stuck, feelings of confusion. Always go back when you're feeling anything, always go back to what thought am I thinking right now? Sometimes it's not like super available to you. That's what coaching's about, right? My type of coaching, causal coaching. We get to the cause. Like, yeah, I could tell you that the way to get unstuck is step A, B, C, D. You have a filing system and you file your work and you set a calendar and then you do like, yes, part of my coaching is that. I certainly can help you with those things. I call that coaching on the A line, coaching on the action line. But in my type of coaching, we get to the cause. We don't just treat the symptoms. What are the symptoms keeping me in confusion, right? We get to the cause. Why are you saying I don't know? Right? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What will happen if you make this decision? Let's explore that, right? And I do that in my overeating course. It's like overeating, over drinking. It's just, overeating, overweight, and then over drinking, or all of these things. They're just the symptoms. Okay. If you're if you have a broken arm, I'm gonna put it this way. If you had a broken arm and you go into the doctor and you're like, doctor, my arm really hurts. And the doctor said, here's some medicine. That'll make the pain go away. And you're like, okay, phew, thank you. So you walk out and you're just taking medicine and you don't feel the pain. The pain's gonna keep coming back. It's just gonna keep surfacing. You need to get some x-rays. Look deep in there. See what kind of break it is. What's going on? Put a cast on it. Help it heal. That's what I do. That's what I do with my clients, right? You're feeling stressed. We talk, like, oh, when you're stressed, go take a bubble bath. Bubble baths are fan freaking tastic. Not to me. I don't like bubble baths. Let me clarify that. To people who like bubble baths, they're amazing, apparently. I love the pictures of like laying in the bubble bath and you have your champagne and you're listening to music. Maybe you have some dark chocolates you're eating. Like, I love the picture of it. Yes. Self care. Amazing. But are you avoiding? What are you avoiding? Right? Get to the cause. If you're feeling stressed, what's going on in your day? What are you thinking? Figure it out. Okay. And it's not just slapping on happy thoughts. It's like, why are you thinking that way? Let's figure it out. No judgment. We all have patterns that we've adopted, that have like, if you think of like a computer, our brain's like a computer, right? As soon as we're born, before we're born, it's taking in all the sights and the sounds and the images and the input, right? Got all this software that's been uploaded into our brain. We just need to go through it line by line, clean it out, chip away at those belief systems. Okay. All right, you guys. That is what I have for you today. Thank you. I'm sure you'll catch it on the replay because I don't think anyone's in here right now. And that's okay. All good. All right. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys later. All right. Reach out to me if you want to set up a call. Figure out how, what's going on with you, right? Figure out the cause, right? It's like yo-yo diet, up and down with the dieting. It's like that medicine for the broken arm. Let's figure out why. I have a system for that. So, okay. See y'all later. Bye bye.